Hello, it's Thomas, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and this is your weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius and for the week of November 22nd through the 28th. I'm shuffling the cards. I've been shuffling them in advance of this. Additionally, don't forget, this is an intuitive read as well as the cards. So sometimes I'll get information that's a little contrary to the cards. When that happens, we go with intuition, we go with spirit. Second thing is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it. Let it alone. If it's not meant for you, it wasn't yours to begin with, and that's a good thing. Now let's take a peek at what the cards have in store for you this week. Wow, we have a card that jumped out, which usually don't do jumpers. But Aquarius, we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. The second card to pop out is the Page of Pentacles, followed quickly by the Three of Swords, and then the Five of Cups. This is not good energy. What is up, Aquarius? What is happening with you? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well, first of all, that I see again is that you're kind of torn. You're frustrated. You're in a situation where you can't make a decision. You feel like you are, no matter which way you go right now, you feel like you can't make the right decision. Whatever it is, it's just not, it's not it. It's as good as bad. You don't know. Again, you just can't seem to make the right, you can't make a decision, but you can't make the right decision. That's even worse. Again, it's just like you feel you don't know enough. And if you did know enough, you'd probably not want to make a decision. So, and interestingly enough, and there's the page is here next to it. The page, when the page pops up, the page is saying that there's news coming in. A news is coming in, which hopefully will break this up. But unfortunately, that news is not going to be good news. It's going to be news that's going to be frustrating and going to be, it's going to be a bit heartbreaking. It's going to be frustrating. Again, this is not going to be a good week for you. I hate to tell you that. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but I cannot tell you otherwise. And then, of course, we have the pessimism card. That's the Five of Cups. Things have been a bit frustrating for you, and so this is not getting better. We have another page here. This is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is telling you news is coming in. It's going to change your way of thinking. Change is happening. This is the death. This is the Tower card. Tower card means change is coming. Okay, the next card underneath it is the Two of Cups, followed then by the last card, which is the Five of Wands. Yes, you have a five. You have the five over here. Again, you have the two fives lined up, one on top of the other. The Five of Cups, and then the Five of Wands. So a lot of five energy, a lot of negative energy, a lot of conflict, a lot of struggle, a lot of strife. That strife is leading to again situations here that are heartbreak and so forth. What I'm seeing here, and I don't like to do love readings, and this is not what I tend to enjoy at all, but and this is one of the reasons why, is that there's a relationship problem. There's a problem in your relationship. There's a problem at home. News is going to come in during this week that is going to confirm that the problem is there and the problem exists and it needs to be addressed. There's been fighting, there's been squabbling, there's been issues. Again, you've been looking at things in a negative way, not a positive way. This is that relationship we talked about. Again, the relationship is at key, and that relationship is having a problem. That relationship is a problem. There's change coming to that relationship. So the relationship, as you know it, is probably going to take it's going to change its form, be it a breakup, be it counseling. There's something here that again needs to be addressed. News is coming in. Again, you're going to find out something you didn't like, something that's going to drive you crazy. And again, you've not been happy anyway. You've been frustrated and struggling with something. Part of it is finances. Again, part of it is finances. You've not been in a good financial place in a while, or that the finances has just taken a turn and you're like, wait a minute, I'm finding out things I don't like. Again, Aquarius, this is not a good week for you, unfortunately. This is a lot of negative energy. With that said, let me be clear, and I say this over and over again to folks who are logging in, joining in, seeing. When you hear from a tarot reader, when you hear from anybody about this kind of stuff, you have free will. You can make change. You can do whatever you want to make it differently. Okay, so again, this does not have to happen. Secondly, if you know that some negative crap's coming in, if you know that this kind of energy is right in front of you, then take steps to prevent it. Take steps to keep it from happening to full force. Do what you can. Do not allow this situation to have control of you. Again, since you have come here, since you have seen what I'm telling you and you know what is potentially coming your way, take the steps to cut this off. Take the steps to make the changes. You know, if you know the relationship's been in trouble, then try to work to make sure you can try to fix it and make it work, tweak it. If you know that there's a problem with the person you're in, if you know there's a lot of conflict, stop the conflict. You know, try to find resolution, try to find ways to work around things. Again, sometimes we're so deep into it we forget about it until we're reminded, and that's where we are now. I mean, this is your opportunity. You can be surprised by this. You can be sidewinded by it. You can say, "Oh gosh, I didn't see this coming." Well, and you can't now. They'll come think of it because, again, I'm telling you. But the point is if you know what's coming and you take steps to fix the problem or to work with it to mediate the full extent of it, you can find a positive side from this. Again, studies, the study card came out. The study card is like, again, look at what you can do. Look at the steps you can take to make things different. Not a surprise. The world is there. Again, choices. You have many choices. You know, look at what you can do. If you've been fighting a lot, find a way to say, you know what, let's not do the fighting. So anytime you see things start ratcheting up, you know what it looks like to ratchet up. You know what that's going to happen. So when you know what is happening and it's coming that way, then at that point you say, you know what, let's find another way to deal with this. Let's have another conversation, the conversation in a different direction. You know, if you're in a situation where, again, that you're not even listening to each other, then maybe you need to listen. Maybe you need to get counseling. Maybe you need to suggest, let's get counseling. You know, there's the King of Swords. Again, get counseling, get advice, get somebody outside to give you some idea. You know, plant the seeds, make it grow in a good way. Again, start the process to make this relationship be more what you want it to be, unless you don't want it to be. If you don't want it to be and it's time for it to move on, then let it move on. But right now, this is a relationship situation. And again, you don't know what you want. This is the Two of Swords. You don't know what you want. You don't know if you want this to go. You don't know if you're ready to be done, or maybe you are ready to be done. Again, you're not sure. So until you are sure, I would take steps to make sure that I'm prepared myself. You know, ultimately, you've got to know what makes you happy. This is the happiness card. This is the celebration card. So you need to ultimately know what makes you happy and rest on it, relax on it, think about it, give some time to recuperate and spend time. Again, you have that's the Four of Swords. And when you have the Four of Swords, that's recuperatory. This is the peaceful time. This is relaxation. So take the time, relax, be peaceful about it. With that said, Aquarius, I don't have much more to add. Again, the strong part is the Justice card. The Justice card is just saying, find the balance. Find the balance in your life. This is not going to be a great week. This is going to be a frustrating week of energy, but you can make it better. You have control over your own energy. You have control over your own mind, your own heart, your own body, your own spirit. So it's not what you see is coming. It's how you handle it. That's the key. With that said, I'm going to let you go. I will talk to you next week, and hopefully I will have such better news for you. With that said, I'm going to be out of here. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.